Okay. Now coming to the D7 chart or the Saptamsha chart. So generally, Saptamsha chart is mainly seen for your child birth, okay, or it is seen for your children. How your childbirth will be, whether it will be difficult or whether it will be good, or it will be complicated, can be seen from the D7 chart. And it is the, I mean, Jupiter is the Karaka planet for the D7 chart. Okay, so Jupiter should be placed very well in the own sign, friendly sign, or exalted multi-con sign in the good houses. Okay, so that signifies generally childbirth will be very good. Okay, and you need to see the first house where how first house is very well placed. Like it is very good or weak. You need to see like any planets in the first house, any planets aspecting the first house. Okay, and the first house lord you need to see. Okay, first house lord where it is placed you need to see. So those kind of things shows uh, the overall strength of the children. And then you need to see the fifth house lord. Okay, then you need to see the ninth house and the ninth house lord, like that. Okay, why fifth house means it is the house of your children. Okay, then you need to check fifth from fifth itself. Okay, that is the ninth house. So bhavat bhavam, there is something known as bhavat bhavam concept. Okay, so fifth from fifth itself, it's the ninth house. So that will give you the overall uh, you know uh, blueprint of the children, this thing in the D7 chart. Okay, now generally coming to the first house, it shows, I already told you. So it should be placed in a good house, in the kendras or trikonas. Then it shows very great uh, you know children. Okay, overall strength of the children will be very good, and etc. Now second house shows your finance after your childbirth, how it will be. Okay, so if your second house is strong in the D7 chart, that shows that your finance will be good after childbirth, like that. So any benefits here shows very good finance, any malefic shows some struggles. So debilitated planets here shows that some loan will be taken, or second house lord in the sixth house, eighth house, 12th house, or 12th house lord, or sixth house lord, or eighth house lord in the second house shows that some loan will be there after the childbirth. Now third house lord, or the third house shows the how children will communicate with you. Okay, how children is courageous or not can be seen from the third house, and their efforts can be seen from the third house. Okay, third house lord should be in its own sign, or it should be placed very well. Now fourth house shows that happiness from the children, whether you get happiness or not from the children can be seen from the fourth house. Okay, so generally fourth house lord should be placed very well, and planets in the fourth house should be placed very well without any affliction. Now fifth house shows obviously your children house. Sixth house shows the day-to-day work that your children will do, okay, after their birth. And it also shows the verbal exchange of the arguments with your children that you exchange. Seventh house shows your children, okay, opposite. Ninth house, I mean, sorry, eighth house shows the obstacles, the miscarriage, and everything can be seen from the eighth house, delays and everything. Saturn is also responsible for delay. Now, 10th, ninth house represents, your dharma that you carry for the children. 10th house represents the karma of your children. 11th house represents the overall gain from the children. 12th house represents the loss from the children. Okay, so these are the different houses and all. Now, coming to the Jupiter, it should be placed very well. I already told you. Now, fifth house Lord should be placed very well, especially in the Kendras or Trikonas. Ninth house, and fifth house Lord, should can also be placed in third house, or in the second house, or in the 11th house. Okay, but not in the fourth house. Why? Because see, fifth house Lord, if it is placed here in the fourth house, means it is sitting 12th from itself. That is why. Now, ninth house Lord also, it should not be placed in eighth house because it is sitting 12th from itself. Or fifth house Lord should not be placed in the eighth house because it shows some miscarriage. Or first house Lord should not be placed in eighth house. Or first house Lord should not be placed in sixth house. Okay, or first house lord should not be placed in the 12th house, like that. You need to see all these kind of things. Okay, even in the third house. So these combinations show some trouble while carrying the children. Okay, now for clear indication of children, first house lord in the second house. Okay, I will take a different color. First house lord in the second house, first house lord in the fourth house, first house lord in the fifth house. Okay, first house lord in the seventh house, first house lord in the ninth house, in the 10th house, or in the 11th house. These combination shows person will have clear indication of children with happiness. Okay, without any problems. Now, coming to the fifth house lord. Fifth house lord, if it is placed in the fifth house itself, fifth house lord in the ninth house, fifth house lord in the first house, fifth house lord in the third house, fifth house lord in the second house, fifth house lord in the seventh house, not seventh house. Okay, seventh house is also fine. 10th house or 11th house. These combination shows again very great combination for childbirth. Okay. Now coming to the ninth house positions. So ninth house lord should be placed in ninth house itself, or in the first house, or in the or in the second house. Okay, or in the third house, or in the fourth house, or in the fifth, or in the seventh. Okay, or in the 10th, or in the 11th. These combination will give very good results without any affliction or anything. It will be very well. Okay, now after these combinations, you need to see the dasha, what dasha the person is mean running. If the dasha is running very well, and let's say for example Jupiter dasha. So here see, you can see Jupiter is placed in the very good position. It's placed in the fifth house. That shows that definitely during Jupiter Mahadasha, this person will get children. But you need to see Antardasha, Pratyantardasha and all. Okay, let's say if the person is running under Mercury Antardasha. See here, Mercury is placed in the sixth house. That shows that some obstacles will come, some miscarriage, something will happen, everything. Okay, some health issues will be there for mother or the child, etc. while getting delivered. Okay. Now, if it is placed in the 8th house, that also shows problems. 6th house, 8th house, or 12th house, the Antardasha or Pratyantardasha. Okay, it should not be running. Okay, like that. Now, 5th house is good, 9th house is good, 2nd house is good, 1st house is good. Okay, 11th house is good. These are the good houses. Okay, in order to get childbirth. Any planets placed in these houses, okay, in these houses will give very great result during the Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyadasha. Okay, that's why while predicting, you need to see the D7 chart, child prediction. Any planets are placed in these houses. That will give the clear indication of the childbirth. Okay, without any affliction of the planets. Like that. So yeah, this was my analysis regarding the D7 chart. This is very simple. You should not see in depth and everything. Only Jupiter you need to see where it is placed, first house and first house lord. Then comes the ninth house lord. Then comes the Mahadasha of the planet, Antardasha and Pratyandasha, where they are placed. Then you need to give prediction. That's all. So I already told you, first house, second house, fifth house, ninth house, and 11th house. These are the good houses for the birth child. Bad houses are 6, 8, 12. That shows miscarriage or some health issues, etc. Like that. Okay, so yeah, this is it for today. So this was about all about the D7 chart. Wait 1 second.